Hello everyone, and welcome to Full-Grown Gaming's second PS2 tutorial. And the first one was how to install, free McBoot on a PS2 memory card. This one is how to dump or rip, whatever term you want to use, the PS2 BIOS image to a USB flash drive. And to do so, I'm getting ahead of myself here, go to psx-2.net, you go to Downloads, and then navigate to Tools, and then download the BIOS Dumper v2.0-bin. Don't do this one. So just go ahead and do the first one here, the 288 kilobyte file. Let's just wait for that to dump. It's downloaded already. So now go ahead and you're going to need a 7-zip or some sort of archiving program to extract the files because it's a 7-zip file. But it's pretty easy. I recommend 7-zip just like in the last video. So go ahead and open up the extracted PS2 dumper.bin or whatever, folder. And in here you'll see 4 files. And the one we want is called dump-bios-mass.elf. That is the only one in here that you need. I'm pretty sure this one right here is an updated version, but for some reason on my PS2 it doesn't work. So I like to use this one because on the staggering 3 PS2s I've tried it on, it works every time. And there's like a weird complication with using it, but I'll get to that when we actually, use it on the PS2. So go ahead and copy dump-bios-mass.elf and go to your flash drive. And this is mine right here. There's nothing on it. And it's formatted to FAT32. So just go ahead and format it to FAT32. It's a 4 GB flash drive. I forgot what brand it is, but it really shouldn't matter. So just go ahead and paste it in there. You can have other files on the memory card, by the way. And just make sure you have this one file at least, because that's the program we're going to run on the PS2 to dump the BIOS. And that's pretty simple. This is all you need to have on there, like I just said. So go ahead and I like to safely eject just in case. And we're ready, so let's go over to the PS2 and see what we can do with this program. Alright guys, here we are at the PS2 Free McBoot menu, and over here we have my flash drive, which you can't really see, but it's there. So go down to U-Launch ELF, and this would be a good time to point out you do have to have some sort of way to load homebrew programs, and Free McBoot's probably the best way to do it. Just a heads up. So go down to that file browser and then go down to mass, which is your flash drive, and then hit circle, and then this is the program, dump-bios-mass.elf. Just go ahead and hit circle on it, and it will start to spaz out like this. And the reason I've read and heard is that it's a PAL program or something, and it's an NTSC TV. I'm not really sure exactly why, but it's doing its job. You can't really read it, but it takes just a couple of minutes to dump, and you can sort of read it. It says console SCPH 3000 or 39001. I can't region USA based on code by PUKKO. It's kind of hard to read, but But like I said, it's still doing its job. It's just flickering like that, and it takes a couple of minutes, so I'm just going to cut this part out. And once I come back, I will show you how to tell if it's done yet. And well, before I go, one way you can tell is, I'm not sure if you can tell over here. Now you can't really see it, but some flash drives have like lights on them that light up and flash and stuff when they're being written to. And if yours has one, you can just watch that, and when it's done flashing, it's done dumping. But I will cut this part out, and I will show you guys how to tell when it's done when I come back. See you guys. Alright guys, we're done here, and you can tell because, it's kind of hard to see, but each little block of code that's like going up, it's like 4 or 5 lines, it says okay like 5 times, like there's 5 okays. It's kind of hard to tell, but just give it it took me 2 minutes. I know this is kind of like not an exact science here, but the other program doesn't even load up on my PS2, and I've heard that one corrects the stuttering problem like this, but beggars can't be choosers. So just give it 5 minutes, I'd say, and it'll be done. And once we get on the computer again, you'll be able to tell if it dumped all the files right. But like I said, right here you can see that it says OK on the screen 5 times, for every block of code. So I'll see you guys back on the computer. Here we are back at the computer again, and like I told you, I would show you how to find, or to see if it dumped everything correctly.
And here we have the flash drive that I used, and there's the file, or the program that we used to dump the BIOS. And here are the 5 components of the BIOS that we dumped. There's a ROM 2, a ROM 1, an NVM, an EEPROM, and this one doesn't really have an extension, but they're all important. So, this was a tutorial, you know, just to show you how to dump a PS2 BIOS with nothing more than a flash drive and some way of loading homebrew code, which would be the program. And this really, some people might be like, well, you could just download it, but technically it's illegal to download because it's a copyright by Sony. And this tutorial is for those of you that just, I don't know, want to play by the rules still. Oh, and one more quick thing. To use this BIOS for psx-2, all you gotta do is copy the 5, go to your psx-2 folder, which is here, and then the BIOS right here, I already have mine in there, but when you first install psx-2, that folder isn't even there. So what you want to go ahead and do is create a BIOS folder, and then just go ahead and paste them in there. Oh, not the shortcut, don't do that. Paste the actual files in there. So now once you load up psx-2, you'll be able to select your BIOS image from the drop-down list. And that, guys, is officially the end of this tutorial. I mean, there's not really much to it. All you gotta do is put the program on there, dump it, and then do whatever you want with it. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If there's any other PS2 related things you guys want to know how to do, and if I know how to do it, I'll try and make a tutorial on it. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for whatever we come up with next.